Hello there. Today we have Jessica Langman with Numerica Credit Union with us. Welcome to Network in Action, Jessica.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Jessica Langman. I work for Numerica Credit Union and I'm a commercial banking relationship officer is what I do. I've been working for Numerica for 8 years now. I've been in banking for I think it's 16 years now, and specifically in commercial lending for about 10 years. So it's been a wild ride, I guess.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start this journey down banking?
Well, I think it's probably similar to a lot of banker stories. I don't think anyone actually, gets out of high school and decides they want to be a banker. I needed a job while I was going to college, and I started at Bank of America, actually, just in their call center. And 16 years later, I just have made it a career, and probably about 5, 6, 7 years into it, it just kind of becomes your career path. And I liked it enough to put my investment and energy into it.
I love it. Yeah, that's great. So I know that providing a really great service and customer experience is important to you. And I'm sure you have many favorite stories to share with us, but tell us a favorite customer service story that you have.
Sure. And what I love about my job is you get to meet so many different people in different businesses and all different types of characters and that kind of thing. And I could talk about like the many great projects I've worked on, but honestly, my favorite one is just this couple. They owned a commercial real estate property. It was their business, but then they were handing it off to the son, and they just wanted to take some equity out of their property. And their existing financial institution didn't want to do the loan just because it wasn't what they were looking to do with the funds didn't align with what they wanted to do. And I could do the loan, and it literally, I think, fulfilled one of their dreams. And so it's just so exciting. And it wasn't even that big of a loan. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was an easy loan because it fit all our criteria, but it just made such a difference for them. So
Yeah.
that's honestly my favorite.
Yeah. Well, that kind of leads us into the next topic, which is talk to us a little bit about what makes working with you and working with Numerica specifically different from working with other institutions. And I know that what you just spoke to kind of alludes to one way in terms of being able to get different parameters. But what else do you guys have?
Yeah. I haven't worked for a ton of other institutions, but I've worked for enough to kind of realize how special Numerica is. Their core purpose is to it's enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities. And I enjoy working for Numerica because that aligns with what my core purpose is, especially in a job. I get to be able to do that because they support me. And so I love working for a company that I can be proud to work for. And if I have a member or a client or, a project that I'm really passionate about, we get to discuss it. It's not just so black and white, and it's not just straight no's across the board. And so what Numerica does, in my opinion, is really special. And it just really lends itself to me being successful as a commercial lender and helping businesses with their goals.
Yeah, and the impact that so many of those projects have in our community. You see Numerica signs on them all the time. And so I can imagine that there's a lot of pride with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you for sharing that. If somebody wants to get in touch with you and talk to you about their business needs, lending, etc., what's the best way for them to get in contact with you, Jessica?
Yeah, email or phone is perfect. I try to be available to take those phone calls and chit chat and see what I can help with. So email or phone is great.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being with us today and welcome to Network in Action.
Thank you. I'm excited.